News English. This is the first ever episode of our travelogue series Must Do in Odisha. Today we are here in the streets of Cuttack to explore the Millennium City. Now we are standing right in front of the Cuttack railway station, and from here we are going to explore the three famous museums of the city. So let's begin. So here we are at our first destination, that is Odisha State Maritime Museum. It is 3.7 kilometers from the railway station. So without further ado, let's go inside and explore the beauty of this place.
Maritime Museum is by far Millennium City Cuttack's best tourist attraction. The iconic site came up in the old dilapidated complex of riverboat construction and repair workshop constructed during the British era. The workshop was renovated and converted into the present-day Odisha State Maritime Museum in 2013. The chief attractions here are the wooden boat replicas, the huge boat shed, and the lay, which was the largest in Asia during its time. The addition of the 4D shows along with the aquarium section to the museum is a huge draw, especially for the children. The museum, spread over an area of more than 4 acres, is the first of its kind in the country. It has come up at a cost of nearly 11 crores. It has 13 galleries showcasing the maritime artifacts of ancient Kalinga, including the archaic machines of the workshop. The museum has an introduction gallery where the pictures of boats from ancient days to modern era can be found on display with brief writings about the phases of development from country-made boats to sophisticated cargo vessels, including the fighter vessels to take care of the pirates. The second gallery is on the maritime history of the erstwhile Kalinga, displaying replicas of boats, sculptures of important monuments, pottery works, weight and measurement instruments, visual arts, folk dance and music. While the third one is a boat building gallery, the fourth showcases umpteen numbers of rituals performed by the carpenters during the time of building the boats. The other gallery displaying artifacts comprising navigation parts, including that of propellants, anchors and funnels, which are essential parts of the power boats. Similarly, there is a gallery which is exclusively dedicated to the rich culture heritage of the state.
God, that was a surreal experience. This place is full of history, mystery and information. So if you are ever planning to visit Cuttack, I recommend you to surely visit this museum. destination, that is Netaji Birthplace Museum. It is located in Odia Bazaar, Cuttack, and it's 4.7 km from the railway station. You can easily reach here by auto. Basically, Netaji Subhash Chandra Bose was born here. So let's get inside and explore the museum. Now we have reached the entrance area of the house.
Step into Janakinath Bhavan, the world of one of the greatest statesmen and freedom fighters, Netaji Subhash Chandra Bose. This is the place where Netaji used to live. Now converted into a museum, here one can get a chance to trace his momentous life journey from childhood to early days as a freedom fighter. The museum harbors a horse cart in the front that belonged to Netaji's family and also used by other leaders as well. There are 12 galleries out here depicting the different important aspects of the life of Netaji Subhash Chandra Bose. Each of the galleries contains letters, photographs and various artifacts related to his life. Janakinath Bose, the father of Netaji Subhash Chandra Bose, settled in Cuttack in 1885 to practice law. He had his legal office here at Janakinath Bhavan. He became a successful lawyer and earned the membership of Bengal Legislative Council in 1912. In the same year, he became government pleader and was elected as the first non-official chairman of the Cuttack municipality. Some of the old furniture which originally belonged to his father can be seen here in this gallery. This gallery features various copies of old photographs of Netaji and his early life. Netaji Subhash Chandra Bose was born here on 23rd of January 1897. He was the 9th child and 6th son of his parents Janakinath Bose and Prabhavati Devi. He spent his early childhood days in this house with his large family and had his early education in Cuttack from Stuart School and Ravenshaw Collegiate School. Netaji completed his schooling in 1913 and left for Kolkata, where he joined the Presidency College to pursue higher studies. He came back and stayed in Cuttack with his family during 1916 and 17. He left Cuttack in 1917 to join the Scottish Church College in Calcutta to complete his higher education. This gallery is designed in form of a jail to depict the life of Netaji in prison, which was a significant period in the freedom struggle of India. During his stay in prison, Netaji had penned down a number of letters to his parents. The letters displayed on the board are from various jails such as Mandalay Central Jail, Myanmar's Insane Jail, Alipur Jail, Presidency Jail, Rangoon Jail, etc. In 1920, Netaji was selected for the esteemed Indian Civil Service, but he had other plans. Influenced by the ongoing freedom struggle and inspired by the teachings of Vivekananda, Netaji had made up his mind to serve his country. He turned down the appointment and came back from England to join active politics. In the midst of an intense nationality movement during the non-corporation movement, Netaji went to Bombay, Mumbai and met Mahatma Gandhi. Following his instruction, he returned to Calcutta and met Deshbanshu Chittaranjan Das, the Congress Working Committee member and the leader of Gandhi's non-corporation movement in Bengal. Over the years, C.R. Das and Netaji developed a cordial relationship. He readily introduced Netaji to the political scenario of the province, to its youth movement, the trade union movement, and assigned him important responsibilities. Determined to carry on the war of Indian independence to make the country free from British shackles, Netaji placed the program of total mobilization before the Indians all over East Asia. The response was overwhelming, and Netaji gratefully acknowledged the fact that his countrymen in East Asia had responded generously to his appeal. Accordingly, it was possible for Netaji to fulfill his pledge to set up a second front in India and fight the enemy on the sacred soil of India. In the execution of the financial program, they were able to start a bank of their own, named the National Bank of Azad Hind Limited, at the beginning of April 1944 in Rangoon, Yangon, Burma, Myanmar. The bank proved to be such a success that it opened its branches in many places. The Indian National Army was founded by Captain Mohan Singh in Singapore on 1st September 1942 with Japan's Indian prisoner of wars in the Far East with the support of the Indian Independence League headed by expatriate nationalist leader Ras Behari Bose. The INA was however disbanded in December after a disagreement between the Hikari Kikan and Mohan Singh, who came to believe that the Japanese High Command was using INA as a mere pawn and propaganda tool. However, the idea of a liberation army was revived with the arrival of Subhash Chandra Bose in 1943. Ras Behari Das handed over control of the organization to Subhash Chandra Bose. This is where he earned the name Netaji. On October 21, 1943, Netaji Subhash Chandra Bose proclaimed the formation of the provincial government of a free India named Azad Hind at a historic assembly at Cathay Cinema Theatre in Singapore. The provincial government was recognized by 9 states including 3 world powers, Japan, Germany and Italy. Thus, for the first time during 200 years, Indian freedom fighters tasted independent statehood. After proclaiming the government, Netaji took the oath as the head of the state and Prime Minister of the provincial government of Azad Hind. On 22nd October 1943, Netaji formally inaugurated the Rani of Jhansi Regiment of the Azad Hind Fauj. In 1942, Netaji called for total mobilization for the cause of the freedom of motherland. He demanded men, money and materials from the masses. To take his message to every doorstep, he needed a powerful medium of mass communication, and Azad Hind Radio was born. This service was started in early 1942 and it helped Netaji to spread his message to every corner of the nation. Janakinath Bose wrote in his diary dated 23rd of January 1897 that Subhash was born this day a few minutes after 12 noon here in this house. This particular room is believed to have been the birth room of Netaji Subhash Chandra Bose. The room displays an old bedstead, photographs, copy of the diary page recording and decorative objects belonging to the Bose family. The revolutionary spirit of Netaji was inspired by spiritualism, deeply influenced by Swami Vivekanand, Ramakrishna Paramahamsa, Sri Aurobindo, and the most of all, the Bhagavad Gita. Swami Vivekanand's philosophy and teachings on nationalism, universalism, and social reformation had a profound impact on him from his childhood. His political and socialistic thoughts also drew inspiration from the teachings of the Bhagavad Gita inculcated in him by his mother Prabhavati Devi. In 1941, Subhash Chandra Bose reached Berlin and set up an Indian embassy in Germany. An Australian lady, Mill Emily Skenkill, joined the Indian embassy as secretary. Her devotion to duty and love for India impressed Netaji so much that in the beginning in 1942, he proposed and got married to her at a ceremony in Vienna. It was a Gandharva Vivah because they could not be married under the then existing Hindu and German marriage laws. The marriage took place at the residence of Miss Skenkill, and an Indian friend and a Venice gentleman were present during the function. On 29 November 1942, in Vienna, a daughter was born to Subhash and Emily. They named her Anita. This gallery displays the photographs of Netaji Subhash and his Odisha connection since his day of birth at Janakinath Bhavan till 1913. This gallery also displays the household articles of Janakinath Bhavan. It also includes a number of personal belongings used by Netaji and his family.
From the Netaji Birthplace Museum. Do not forget to visit this spectacular museum if you are in the Millennium City. But if you want photography, you need prior approval from the authorities. So plan your visit accordingly. Now, let's head towards the Madhu Babu Sangralaya. Finally, we have reached our last destination, that is Madhusudan Sangralaya. It is located in front of the Sailabada Women's College and is only 1.3 kilometers from the Netaji Birthplace Museum. So without wasting further time, let's go inside and see what's there in it.
Cuttack's Madhusudan Sangralaya is a museum dedicated to the life and works of Utkal Gaurav Madhusudan Das, a prominent figure in Odisha's history. This museum serves as a tribute to Madhusudan Das and showcases his contribution to the state and the nation. On 28th April 2007, the Culture Department of Odisha opened the museum in one hall on the ground floor of a portion of Madhusmruti, once the home of Madhusudan Das, which is now a part of Sailabada Women's College. Articles and personal belongings associated with the great freedom fighter, fondly called Madhu Babu, have been on display here. Madhusudan Sangralaya serves as a valuable resource for learning about Madhusudan Das' significant contribution to Odisha and India. The museum not only showcases the life of this great social reform, but also inspires visitors to reflect on his ideals of education, social reform, and nationalism. It stands as a testament to the permanent mark left by Madhusudan Das on Odisha's history and serves as a source of inspiration for future generations.
I am sure you will love exploring these iconic places of historical, cultural and heritage importance in the Silver City. That's it for now. We will be back with another episode of Must Do in Odisha. This is Hitisha signing off.